to my go-to shoe, Faith, Hope, and Love, a journey through loss, live on, strengthen soul. So before we get started, like, subscribe, and share, and touch the notification button so you'll know when we come back on. Anyway, so since we're in celebration of Valentine's Day, and it's a holiday, and I got thinking about this, and I thought, oh my goodness, people probably are feeling some kind of way. You know, it is a holiday of love and sharing gifts and getting cards and doing all those loving type things. So I thought today I would show you how I take care of Pauline when it comes to a Valentine holiday. I know sometimes we call it Galentine's, that's what they call it now, but I'm old school, so I'm just going to say Valentine's Day. So I'm cooking a meal, and I'm going to let you guys come with me as I cook my own meal. I'm going to have some scallops and some lamb chops and potato and some Brussels sprouts with peppers and onions. Very simple. Like I think I've told you before, I'm not really a cook, but this is one of my favorite meals. And since it's Valentine's Day and I think I want to celebrate myself, I think the best way to celebrate me is to take good care of Pauline, right? And I want to show you that so that you all will, through your journey, that you take care of yourself, because that's so important. And I know we were talking about matters of the heart, and last week we talked about physical exercise and eating right, the nutrition, and all those kinds of things. Today, I just want to talk about, instead of talking about our emotions, which the emotions are usually high when it's a time in a season like this, we do feel some kind of way. So we're not going to get into all those different emotions right now, because right now we're just going to try to take care of ourselves, right? Just take care of ourselves. So that being said, I'm going to take you to the kitchen, and we are going to begin to cook my lamb chops and my scallops. Go to the scallops, go to 2 pan-seared scallops, and please, I'm not a cook, so we'll do the best we can. But they do come out good, I will say that. They will be good. Anyhow, so, and I do this, I want you to know that my intent really was to go out to dinner and to take you guys with me. However, we're having a bad snowstorm. Look at outside. Oh my gosh, it's snowing out there. So I won't be going anywhere. I'll be staying right here. So that being said, let's go to the kitchen. See you in a minute. Kudos to the cooks, y'all. Kudos to y'all. I mean to tell you, I'm not mad at y'all. All you cooks, my daughter's one of them, they make it look so easy. And I know it's not hard, but, you know, it's just time consuming. It's much easier to take myself to the restaurant and sit down and eat. Anyhow, there's the Brussels sprouts, peppers, and onions. I'm getting ready to put them in this pan right here. I know you all are saying that, oh my goodness, you're eating a lot. You're fixing a lot. Now, the reason I'm fixing a lot, because I'll eat these for a couple of days. So maybe more, maybe 3 or 3 days. I'll eat them all, believe me, because this can be a meal by itself, you know, for one day. Anyway, I just want you to see, they're ready to go into the oven. The oven's at 400 degrees. They look really good. Okay? There are my 6 scallops. They've been peppered. I put pepper on them. Tiny, tiny bit of salt. I don't normally put salt, but I just did put a tiny bit on there. So now, my pan is getting hot, and that pan has got to get really hot because they got to be seared. So just to let you know, the Brussels sprouts are in the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes. I put them at 40 minutes because I like it tender. Okay? So here we go. They say the key to this is to not turn them until they're not sticking to the pan. So I know that butter is getting brown, but it's going to be all right. Look at y'all. I got a good sear. I think it's a pretty good sear. Would you agree? I think so. My lamb chops, they're marinating. They have already marinated for 2 days. So they should be really good. 4 minutes each side. Just turned them over. So we got another 4 minutes on this side, and we should almost have a perfect lamb chop. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be good. Well, family, this is my tablescape for Valentine's Day. And I'm about to put my food on my plate, and we're about to get it done. We want to eat. And so, and that pink glass, you see that pink glass there? I know I wasn't going to have cherry 7-Up. I said after all of it's gone. So I still have Diet Cherry 7-Up. I've got like 2 more liters bottles still around. So I'm going to put some Diet Cherry 7-Up, that pink glass, and I'll put some water in that one glass as well. Okay, y'all, there's my plate. My scallops, my potato, my Brussels sprouts, peppers and onions, my lamb chop, and over there you see my little cookies. They're called wedding cake cookies, something like that. But I used to make them homemade when my kids were small. But we have a bakery that makes them here. And every now and then I'll buy some, put them in the freezer and put three in a baggie and bring them out 3 at a time, not too many, because you know I can't be eating a lot of sweets. So anyway, that's my meal. It looks good. So allow me to wish you and yours a very happy Valentine's Day. Don't get depressed. Don't feel bad. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Just enjoy yourself. It's important to learn to enjoy ourselves. It's important to understand that when we treat ourselves good, then we can treat others well. Treat them good. We can love on them because we already know how to love ourselves. So, on this Valentine's Day, I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Smile, thank God, and be blessed by the very best. And of course, keep your emotions in check. God's got this. I said we probably wouldn't talk about emotions, but then I thought, I think we have time enough to kind of capture the emotions of the heart. And I wanted to, and I call it matters of the heart, emotions of the heart. It's all about, those emotions that make us so that we're sad, and then we're happy, and then we're angry. There's certain that when you go through loss, you go through all the emotions, right? You might be happy when you smile about some of the things that used to take place, but then immediately you get sad afterwards. And I think that because of Valentine's Day is one of those emotions that's a sad emotion. So I wanted to share, this is one thing about emotions and the way we are, because we're all different, as I always say, but we feel emotions a certain kind of way, whether it's sadness or anger or happy or fear, whatever that emotion is. You have to acknowledge your emotion, accept it for what it is. Don't ignore it, because what I find, when you ignore emotions, it comes out in other ways that are not beneficial to you or anyone else. They're just not beneficial. So accept that emotion and then start to deal with it. And I'm going to give you seven areas that on how to deal with those emotions that I thought about and that I saw and that I do for myself, actually. And some of these you've heard before, but all of it bears repeating because we go through these things day in and day out, right? When you might have a conversation with someone and all of a sudden you can see yourself. You've seen it with me. I'm downstairs when I'm going through the clutter, and I even said, Lord help me, because I could feel myself bubbling up on the inside. And it happens to all of us. We bubble up on the inside and we're trying to fight those emotions, but sometimes it's better to just go ahead and accept it and then move through it, right? So I said acknowledge and accept your feelings, even when it's difficult, even when it's hard, because it is difficult. There is nothing about loss that is easy. Nothing. It's just not easy. And that's why I call this my go-to shoe, faith, hope, and love. A journey through loss. Live on strengthened soul. Because as we go through this journey of life, we need to be strengthened through it. And there's certain things that we have to do for ourselves. And that's why I wanted to just fix the dinner for myself. So, to let you all know that you can do this too. If dinner's not your thing, if it's going to the movies, go to the movies. Like I said before, if it's that you want to vegetate on Netflix, do that. But just make sure that it's positive. That it's going to be something that's going to benefit your soul deep on the inside, so that you can do some things to keep life going. Because we want to live this life in purpose, but a benefit to not just ourselves, but to others. So we're talking about, those emotions that are difficult to deal with. And so how do you deal with some of those emotions that are difficult to deal with? They kind of go together. Like last week when I talked about the physical and the nutrition portion of it. But number one, get plenty of rest. I am still working on this. I tend to stay up too late. But when I hit that pillow, I'm down. I'm down for the count. I am done. I'm done. I sleep. I go to sleep really well. Thank God. Even when I lost my son, I never missed a night's sleep. Never. So I really thank God for that I'm able to do that. Now, there are times when I've got something happens and I cannot sleep. So you may have that issue where you have a hard time sleeping. What always helps me when I cannot sleep, it's rare, but when it does happen, I just lay there and either I do one of two things. I silently say, Jesus, 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 until I fall asleep. And then if I'm not doing that, I start to recite a scripture. The Lord's Prayer or the 23rd Psalm. I'll recite those. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. And I think I've told you that before. And I'll repeat that until I fall asleep. And then if I go through the whole 23rd Psalm, and I go through the Lord's Prayer, if I go through it and I'm still not asleep, then I just start talking to God. And then when I'm finished talking, and if I'm still awake, I listen to what he's telling me. And if I have my journal next to me, I can write down some things that's in my spirit that he said. So those are some things. So getting plenty of rest is critical. And right now I'm actually working on going to bed, getting ready for bed earlier. I tend to not go upstairs till 9, and I really need to go upstairs at 8. I got to work on that. So I'm working on it, and I'm getting much, much better. So I don't always I want to be in the bed, lights off at 10, but many times it's after 11:30, and I have to get up pretty early. So I got to really be mindful of that. And I always say you have to be intentional with yourself. Be intentional on the things that you owe yourself for you. Okay? So number one, get plenty of rest. Number two, the one we don't like, get plenty of exercise. We talked about that, but this is the same thing that's for the heart, we talked earlier about the physical heart, the same things we have to do for the emotional heart. Get physical exercise. Whether you like to walk. You like to run. If you love aerobics, if you love yoga, whatever it is, whatever you find that you love to do. And if you find something that you love to do, it's way better, because then you'll do it. Then you will do it. I enjoy the Afrobeat workout that I do. It's 20 minutes, and it's an easy workout. I really enjoy that. And what I have found, what I do is that as I'm doing that exercise, I will start to even do longer than 20 minutes. I'll just go ahead and repeat it and do it again. Okay? So get plenty of rest. Get your exercise in. And then, of course, the third one, you got to eat right. You have to have that nutrition. And this is for that emotional heart as well. Because when you're going through pain and you're going through sadness, all those things need to take place to keep that heart good. But also, that number 3 really is is eating properly, getting that proper nutrition. You know, trying not to drink the soda like I did tonight. Wasn't good, but I didn't even finish the glass that I had. So before I go to bed, I'll try to drink 2 8 ounces of water. I'll put that. I'll intentionally do that before I go to bed. So I'm just drinking. I get the small bottles. That way, it's easier to get one down. So I'll have 2 of those before I go to bed, and that I will definitely do. The only problem that then you got to get up in the middle of the night. That's the only thing. You got to go to the bathroom. Anyway, but it's important to get your water in. So that's part of your nutrition. As you're eating right, you're drinking the proper things. That's good for you. So always do those 3 things first. It's easy. Get your rest. Get plenty of it. Get your exercise daily. Make sure you do it daily. I do it at least 5 days a week. Sometimes I just keep it to 5. I have to have 2 days of rest. So I only do 5 days. So Monday through Friday. And if I miss a Monday, then I got to do a Saturday. So I try not to do that. And then I do count, if I do a lot of walking now, I count that as exercise too. So, because sometimes when it gets spring, I'll do more walking. Right now, it's cold. So not as much walking outside. Okay, because you can always walk inside. And that's a good way to walk too, just to walk through the mall. The problem with walking through the mall, if you get distracted, you go in stores and that defeats the purpose of getting your exercise in. So at least for me, because I get distracted and then I want to buy stuff. And we haven't talked about finances. We're going to talk about that another time. But I try to stay away from the mall. That's another goal of mine, which I've done pretty good, actually. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back on that one. I've actually done excellent. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Number 4, easy one. Reach out to those you love. Reach out to the ones you love. Say, like tonight, I fixed dinner for myself, but there's no reason why you can't call a close friend or somebody you really care about and say, hey, you want to have dinner with me? If you really don't want to be by yourself, do that. Don't be afraid to do it. And if the one friend can't go, call a second one. You got to keep more than 1 or 2 people on your roster. You got to keep more than 1 or 2. So go down your list. Only the ones who love you and really care for you. So reach out to them. Reach out to those people. That's number 4. Number 5. And I think I talked about this before, but do something that makes you happy. Do something that makes you feel good. And that could be your exercise. It could be going to the movies. It could be a good book. It could be going to get your nails done. It could be playing basketball outside with the guys or indoors or at a nice day, golfing, whatever it is that makes you feel good. One thing I used to love to do made me feel good. I love to go through magazines and just go through magazines, hard copies. Now I do it on my iPad. It's not the same, not really, but I do that instead of having all that paper around. Because I used to have stacks and stacks of magazines. I don't keep those anymore. So now I do go through my iPad and I go through the magazines that I really love. I like Architectural Digest. I like Vogue. I like Harper's Bazaar. I like what other ones? Some other ones I like too. But I like any kind of any kind of house magazine. I love. There's some new ones out now too. But I only get a few on my iPad, so I can't, I don't make a habit of getting a lot of magazines either. So, but that's something that you can do, something that you really enjoy. And the other thing I love to do, I love to do this. I like I love the influencers. I love them. For my guilty pleasure on a Friday night, if I'm not watching Netflix, I am watching my influencers. And there's a girl, her name is Carolyn Gray. These are fashion people. Carolyn Gray, I love to hear her. I love Monica, Awed by Monica. Who else? Politics and Fashion, she's good. And Janae Naylor, she's good. So I watch those, and I love those. I love all that. I think it's just great. There's some others I need to mention them because they're all have their own style, but they're all very good. So I enjoy doing that. And that's my guilty pleasure. If I'm not watching Netflix, I'm watching those influencers. And then the other thing I love is Homeworthy. I don't know if you watch Homeworthy on YouTube, but Homeworthy is great. It shows houses and shows people. You know what? I love it how it shows African American men and women in their style in their homes. I love that. It just looks fabulous. So those are guilty pleasures. Those are things that you can do to make yourself feel good. Just like tonight when I was fixing the food. Now I'll tell you about fixing food. To me, it's not necessarily a good thing. It's not a feel good thing for me because it's more like work. You get it done and the food's good, but it's more like work. And to be honest, I would rather go to the restaurant. And I don't care about being by myself. That's okay. I'm good with that. Because I'll have my earpods on and I'll listen to audible books. So I have something to do all the time. I'll look at the audible book, or I'll just thumb through some stuff on the internet, on my phone. So those are things that make you feel good. So do it. If it's going to get your nails done, a massage, whatever it is, do it for yourself because you are worth it. You are worth it. We are worth it, right? So that's number 5. The number 6, journal. All these things, journaling, when you're writing things down, you get the things out of your head, down on paper, things that mean something, that may be sad, they may be happy, whatever the case might be. You could be ecstatic about something, write it down, because you want to have that gratitude journal too, and how God has blessed you in whatever way he's blessed you. Because other than you should also write the things that are tough and that are hard and that give you anxiety, but also maybe even have a separate journal for your gratitude journal. Just have a separate one. So you can just go to that journal and say, oh, look what God did. Oh my God, look what he did. Thank you, Lord. Because we tend to forget. And then number 7, which I've talked about before, find a good therapist, one that you feel you can trust, one that you can be honest with. That's important, to be honest. All of these things are going to make you heart healthy so that you can deal with who you are and who you're working to be. That man of purpose, that woman of purpose. Be your best, be your best. And you can only be your best by doing some things that take care of you, right? Men love sports. You guys who love sports, if your husband wants to sit there and watch sports all day Sunday, let him do that. Let him do that. That's his relaxation time. Let him do it. You find something else to do. Get out of his way and you find something. Unless you like sports, then you go ahead and do it too. But if you don't bug him. Let him be what it, as my son would say, let it do what it do. Let it do what it do. He would say that. So anyway, I love you guys. And I really hope you're getting something out of this. But this is going to be it for today. But just make sure we talked about the emotions of the heart. And we talked about the how can I say? The emotional heart. We talked about the emotional heart and those 7 things that I want you to remember to do. Easy things to do. You've got to eat right. Well, I'll put them in the order that I've got them in. I said, accept and deal with the pain. Just accept. No, I'm sorry. See, I'm getting myself in my own way. Sorry about that. That was the first thing I talked about, was how to accept and deal with pain. That we have to accept it, see it for what it is, and then work on some things. And some of those things that we have to work on to make ourselves better are the 7 things that I talked about. That's going to make your heart healthy. Matters of the heart matter. Matters of the heart matter. So, number 1, you're going to get plenty of rest. Go to bed early. You're going to get plenty of exercise. Whether you're going to walk, yoga, meditate, whatever it is that's going to get your body moving, that's what you have to do. So exercise on a regular basis. And then you're going to eat the right things. Plenty of good nutrition for your body. Good in, good out. Good in, good out, right? So eat right, do the things that you need to do for yourself to make your heart healthy, right? And number 4, reach out to those we know love us and care for us. Reach out to those people that care about you. Don't be reaching out to folks who don't care about you. It's just not worth it. So just reach out to those who really love you and care about you. And number 5, do some things that give you joy. I said the guilty pleasure of, I like to look at the influencers, not every day, but I take some time to do that when I want to relax. What is it that you like to do? And last week, I think I told you, write down the things you like to do. What is it that you enjoy doing? Because sometimes if we don't write it down, we don't know. Okay? And then number 6, journal. Journal the good things, the bad things, but have that, in fact, buy a separate journal for your gratitude, for everything that you're thankful for. When you wake up in the morning, you're thankful for your children, you're thankful for your spouse, you're thankful for your close friends, you're thankful for that job that you, whatever it is, write it down. And then throughout the day, see some things that have happened that are, significant to you, that you knew God interceded, God intervened on your behalf. There's some things that happened to us that you know it was God, it wasn't you. Write those things down. That way you don't forget some of these things they may seem not as monumental, but yet it's big. It's significant in your life. And then, of course, as I always say, if you can, see a professional therapist. That's going to help you as well. Because remember, we are journaling, not just journaling, but we're going to journal, of course, but journeying through this place called life. And we don't want to just journey through in mediocrity. We want to journey through in excellence, So on that note, I love y'all. Be blessed. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And of course, as I always say, like, subscribe, and share. And then hit the notification button so you can get these again, okay? Love talking to you all. I hope you enjoyed eating with me. I didn't eat with you because of the fact I didn't eat directly. So I realized I can't be eating and talking at the same time. That's not good etiquette. So anyway, I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you're having your best Valentine's Day. If it was sad, I want you to smile. Smile. Smile at yourself. Love you. Because God has got something special for you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Love y'all.